Hello everybody, how are you doing? I hope you all are doing well. That's really wonderful. I'm your English teacher from the Holyfield International School, and today in this video I'm gonna teach you the second lesson in English, the cost of the mountains. Okay, so everybody open your book, second lesson, the cost of the mountains. So first, I'm gonna tell you the summary of this lesson, and you need to listen to me very attentively and carefully so that you can understand the summary of this lesson. So let's get started. It was the morning of Buddha Purnima. Rigzin woke up and headed to the stream that flowed by near his house. As Rigzin splashed the icy cold waters of the stream onto his face, he heard a voice in the distance call out to him, "Rigzin? Rigzin!" He looked up to find his friend Jigmet wildly gesticulating to him and pointing in the direction of Tashi's house. Rigzin saw a group of people running towards Tashi's house, shouting, "Shan, Shan!" In a second, he was up on his feet and running in the same direction. A big crowd had gathered in front of the lahas of Tashi's house. Some people were standing on the roof of the lahas, holding willow sticks in their hands. Tashi's wife, Jorol, had woken up in the morning as usual, but as she went up to the roof to gather firewood to light the stove, she heard a low, growling sound. Running to the lahas, she opened the door. To her utter horror, she saw a snow leopard crouching in a corner. All her goats and sheep had been killed by the leopard. Only a baby calf was untouched. She quickly shut the door and ran back to her home to wake up her family. Rigzin ran to the side of the house and climbed up to the roof. He craned his neck to take a look through the hole and said, "Yes, there it was, a real live snow leopard." Although he had never seen a snow leopard before, Rigzin had learned a lot about these magnificent animals in the Nature Guides course. They were endangered animals and were protected by India's wildlife laws. People refer to the snow leopards as the ghost of the mountains because it camouflaged itself so well in the rocky land. As Rigzin looked into the hole, he could see the baby calf lying still. It was the only animal in the lahas to have been spared. The leopard was fairly close to the calf, but its attention was on the hole in the roof around which the crowd had gathered. Tashi suddenly shouted, "Let's kill the leopard." She was distraught at the loss of all his sheep and goats. So a loud chorus resounded, "Yes, yes, kill the animal." Hold it, yelled Rigzin. "It's still alive and we'll have to get it out somehow. If we threaten the leopard in any way, it may attack the calf." Jorol, who was sobbing, asked, "How can we save the calf?" "Listen to my idea," Rigzin said. "Let's make another small hole in the roof at the other end. All of you peep through the new hole and make a noise. The leopard will find that disturbing and is bound to cross over to see what you are up to. While you distract it from up here, I'll quickly enter the lahas and retrieve the calf." The village headman laughed and said, "Are you crazy?" But everyone nodded him in agreement. A snow leopard has never attacked humans till now. In all the countries where it is found, there has not been even one recorded instance of an attack. So don't worry, I shall be fine, said Rigzin. Saying this, Rigzin picked up a stick and started pounding the roof at the other end. Everyone joined him, and soon a small hole was made. Sure enough, this seemed to anger the leopard. It came over to that end of the house and initially stood still, keeping an eye on the roof. Then, when everyone on the roof started to yell and scream, the leopard began to jump towards the hole. Rigzin ran down. He opened the door of the house and tiptoed quickly up to the calf and picked it up. As he stepped back, he saw the leopard turn around. It had spotted him. Rigzin bolted towards the door. As he quickly shut it, he saw a flash of grey through the narrow chink. The Shan had missed him by a fraction of a second. Outside the house, Rigzin sank to his knees, holding the calf in his arms. In seconds, the villagers joined him from atop the roof. He's alive, he's safe. Rigzin handed over the calf to Jigmet. Tashi and Chorol came up to him and clasped his hands tightly. Now, what do we do with the snow leopard? A villager asked. Tashi said, kill it, of course. Oh no, we can't kill a snow leopard, Azang lay. An elderly man said. You can't kill this animal, said Rigzin as loudly as he could. It is an endangered one. There are only about 5,000 snow leopards left in the world. Some of these animals are being killed by angry villagers who have lost their livestock. Many are killed for their fur and bones. Jigmet interrupted. Yes, that's true. I heard this on the radio one evening. A poacher was recently caught with over 100 animal skins, and the news said that many of the skins were those of snow leopards. Yes, poaching of endangered animals is a serious issue, Rigzin said. Besides the leopard, many animals like the otter, tiger, and the red fox are poached for their skin. If poaching continues, then the snow leopard may become extinct in our country. Our children and grandchildren will only see their pictures and hear stories about them, Chorol added. But what do we do when our livestock get killed? Someone asked. It's natural for us to feel angry. Yes, of course it is. But we'll have to look at different solutions. Be more alert when taking our animals out. Avoid the very steep terrain on the mountains, as that's the area of the leopard, and make sure the lahas is fully secure, added Chorol. It was a mistake to have made a hole in the roof. We did it last year when we used the lahas to store our grass. Our fault, really, nodded Tashi's ruefully. Rigzin informed the wildlife department at Leh about the predator. 3 officials and a veterinary doctor arrived later that afternoon in a jeep. The doctor shot a tranquilizer into the leopard, which was no easy task as it had to be done through the hole in the roof. Then the officials and Rigzin carried the animal out and placed on a sackcloth in the jeep for taking it to. A decision about where to release it would be taken the next day. Later that evening, as Rigzin sat down to pray in the monastery, he saw the moonbeam spread a silvery light outside the window. It was just like the coast of the mountains Rizin thought as he closed his eyes, smiling. So students, I hope you have understood the summary of this story. The moral lesson of this story is we should protect the wildlife, animals, plants, so that the balance of our nature is maintained forever. This is very important for our survival, for the existence of all of us. Thank you for listening to me. See you in the next video. Students, you also read this lesson and try to understand. Write down all the difficult vocabularies you find in it in your notebook and write their meanings, taking help from your dictionary, from Google Dictionary. And if you still not find any word difficult to you, you must find any meaning so that I can solve your problem. Goodbye. See you.